Okay, guys, now this is the third session of today's lesson, and now we will talk about conditionals. I think it's better to create a file, a Python, a script file. So conditionals.py. Just I make a file name related to what I am teaching, but you can give any name. So this also helps you to understand actually your function name. I mean, your file name could be anything. Of course, the extension should be py. So what are we going to talk about here? Conditionals. What does that mean? Conditionals, or actually conditionals, or if statements, yeah, conditions. What are conditions? And yeah, so for instance, you managed to come today because you set a schedule. Did you set a schedule to attend today's lesson? Yeah. uh, in your mind or on agenda or something, you set a timer or a schedule. So today at this 14 no 30, then I will be Python lesson. So this is already a statement, right? It's already a decision. You made a decision. If you are here, you made a decision to come to this class. So I usually say the difference between a programmer and a person who is not a programmer is actually uh, programmers write or can write every activities to code, or they change it to code. But just normal person who is not a programmer, they are they do programs in their mind, but they don't change it to code. So from this statement, you may understand that everybody is actually is a programmer. So you are a programmer by nature. So the difference when you learn coding and programming, you change every daily activities or any real life problems to script or code. Does it make sense, guys? Yeah, that is. No, it doesn't make sense. Okay, I have to explain it again. Uh, everybody do something in life. You do activities, lots of activities. Then you come up with ideas, lots of ideas, and you may write it on a piece of paper. But if you are a programmer, actually, you can change it to a code, and even you can change it to a product. That's the difference. So I think from a big perspective, everybody is by nature do programming. So you did already a little programming by attending this course, because I can see that there is a condition. You set a schedule to attend today's lesson. So that's the little program you wrote in your mind or on a piece of paper. Yeah. Can you agree, Timo? Now, how about that? You did already. By attending this lesson, you made a decision. You've been waiting for a week and you showed up at 5:30. It's almost like you scheduled the door to close it at 9 or to open it at 8 in the morning. That's scheduling. Yeah. So everybody's a programmer, guys. That is my argument. Everybody's a programmer, but programmers, people who learn coding, can change activities and any problems to code and to product. How many of you agree with this statement? Of course, you don't have to, but did you get what I'm trying to explain? Yeah, great. So somehow most of the people got what I am trying to say. So now let's try to write some small task conditions. A is equal to 5. So in programming to write a condition, we use if. If something happens, followed by the condition, and then a colon, this colon, and then we do something here. Do something. Yeah, but this is not a code. So the condition will be if A is greater than 0, print A is positive. Okay, I will tell you. What did we store at A? I'm trying to help you to understand these codes. What did we store at A?
5.
5.
5. So remember, there is 5. So now if, now when I'm comparing this, A is greater than 0. Is it true or false?
True.
Yes,
True.
it's true. So that means this condition is true. If the condition is true, this block of code, we say block after the colon. Anything we write after the colon, we say a block. This block of code will be executed. So what is the output you are expecting from this code, from this script?
A is positive.
Yeah, A is positive. As you can see, A is positive. How about if I change this to -5? And what will be the output?
Nothing.
Nothing, because there's nothing to run, because it comes up to here. A is not greater than 0, so it doesn't go down. It stops just here. It doesn't get into here. So let's see, no result. How about if I change it to 0? Again,
Nothing.
Nothing.
Also.
nothing. How about if I change a minor change here, and if I run it, how about now?
A is positive.
Yeah, but you're right, but now our logic doesn't make sense, right? 0 is 0, it's not a positive, so I have to remove it. So now we learn if condition, just only one if. But in life, we see different scenarios, right? If this or that, it's like a backup or a backup or a second plan, you know? Plan A, plan B, something. But in this case, actually, conditions. We see different scenarios. So we use else, and then print not positive. Okay, as you can see, this is how you write all the time. Then now, if I write this, not positive, at least I'm right. 0 is not a positive. How about this? A is positive. Great. But instead, how can we check if it's positive or negative or 0 or even not a number, you know? Okay, this is how we check. I can just put it there, 5. Elif actually. Elif A is equal to 0, print A is 0. And again, elif A is less than 0, print A is negative. Else is the last. If we don't have anything, then print not a number, not a number. Okay, good. Now, as you can see, if it's greater than 0, if it is 0, if it's less than 0, I have conditions, different conditions. Yeah, let's now check. Of course, A is positive, that's true. How about this? A is negative, that's true. How about if I change it to 0? A is 0. How about if I just write whatever, anything? Yes, have you seen? Have you seen the problem? I want someone to debug the problem. You don't have to debug it, but someone who managed to understand the problem by reading the feedback. So I want you to learn how to debug. What do you see?
You're trying to compare a string and an integer.
Yes, so this is not allowed. So I have to have a way to handle this. Your users might put anything. If something happens like this, that means your application in real life actually is crashing. It's a crash. Instead, you don't want your application to be crashed. Instead, you want to give feedback. No, you don't. It doesn't allow. Maybe you can say the system doesn't allow text or something. So you should give feedback, and they call it actually graceful deprecation or something. Gracefully, you have to handle errors gracefully instead of. Okay, we will come to that, how to handle these errors using a different way. So, but it doesn't allow me now to compare the string. So let's just get it back to number. So even this one could be handled, A could be handled using input, and then enter a number, if you remember. So then if I run, again, I think it's good to have this colon here, and it's good that I can see as you can see, I got again an error. Why? Because
It's a string, and you have to turn it in integer.
I have to change this to what is this? Int. Now the reason why I'm not using float, because I am my plan is just to put integers. So that's why if I put it will be float. So then okay, 10, it's positive, and then if I just minus 5, as A is negative, and then again if I run 0, and it should be 0. And now, even as you can see, last time I showed you this kind of interpolation. You remember? Yeah. And then I inject here A. Do you remember this? So we will have a very good format. So when I get, for instance, A, not A, 10, 10 is a positive number. It's a negative. Minus 5. Minus 5 centimeters. What do you think? Did you understand what we did here, guys? How was it? Yes, these conditions need practice, okay? It needs somehow practice. Now let's do another more practice. Let's check the way, the weather, the day of, the condition of the day, yeah? Okay, for instance, weather could be rainy, yeah? If I say if weather is rainy, what do you say? What do you say to the user? Please take an umbrella or a raincoat. I think it's in one word. Yeah, this is what you say, right? Do you agree? So, yeah. Now I think what I want to get verification from you. Do you understand what this line means? Good. Do you understand this line means? Yeah, that means we are checking, if the weather is, if this value, the value we stored here is, this could be changed, weekend, sunny or something. So if the weather is rainy, it's this line of code will be executed. So now, do you expect some output from this? Yeah, you should.
Oh,
Yes, you should expect. Let's see. Yeah, but the previous line of code is still running. Yeah, please take an umbrella. So this might bother us. So let's comment it out. Like, please take an umbrella or a raincoat. Great. But how about if this is sunny? What's the output for this?
Nothing.
Nothing. But do you build an application which just work in one scenario just for one case?
No, we should add like a elif.
Yes, a leaf. How about the weather is rainy? Let's start from the good one. Let's make this sunny and just come rainy. Why is, oh yeah, sometimes I'm mixing the JavaScript there. Okay, good. Then print. You can go, no. I can change this value here. I usually say print, you can go out freely. The day seems very sunny. How about that? And if again, how about if it is very gloomy or cloudy? Print, the weather today is foggy, cloudy, and gloomy, whatever. And it may rain. Else, no one knows the weather of today. Yeah. This is just an English language, no surprise, no big deal. You check this line, or this, or this, or this, and it comes top to bottom. If this pass, if this condition pass, it goes to that. It doesn't go to the next one, okay? So now, which line is going to run? It should be the first one because it's sunny. As you can see, you can go out. Come on, go out freely because the day seems very sunny. Yeah, how about if we say maybe another, can you tell me a condition for a day or a weather condition which is not here? Maybe,
Windy.
yeah, windy. That's very great. Windy. No one knows the weather of the day. We didn't include it, so it should be like that, yeah? But you can also add windy and the other conditions to make your application as robust as possible. Yeah, the limit is the sky, so you can do almost anything you want, but this is just a simple case. So can we get this from the user? Why not? Input, enter the weather. So she said that windy. As you can see, no one knows the weather of the day. How about if we say sunny? You can go out freely. Today seems very sunny. Okay, how about cloudy? And then it should say the weather today is foggy, cloudy, and gloomy, and it may rain. Okay, but how about your user put something like this? Instead, some, users are so lazy. You never know what they do. And how about this? Is it sunny? Does it say sunny?
You say
No.
sunny.
Yes, it says sunny actually, yeah. But no one knows the weather of the day. But it should give us this. So what you should do, you can change this to lower. Yes. Have you seen this? That means I get the value and change it to lowercase. So it doesn't matter in any way the user right. We are actually handling that. Now I'm writing.
Excuse me, is that an example of method?
An example of method.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is the method, yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is one of the methods we've been, for instance, let's do some
What?
country. What's the country we are at now? Finland. Yeah. Print country. So let's stop this code for some time and let's just work on the example now. What data type is it, guys? What data type is it?
String.
A string. So I'm just printing it out now. And beautiful Finland is here. Okay, I can use the length method. Actually a built-in function, sorry. The built-in function len to know the country length. As you can see, it has 7. And I can change the country to a lowercase like this. And I should find something like this. So if, for instance, I change this, someone if write it like this, Finland, and even you never know, some crazy even like write it something like this, yeah? But the output will be something like this. Okay, great. Then print country to uppercase. So everything will be to uppercase. And even if you remember, print to country to title. So the title case, it will be only the first letter will be capital. Oh yeah, I forgot to close the parentheses. As you can see, this is what I was applying. Yeah. So when I'm applying here, we are getting the data from the user. After that, we're changing it to lower using the lower method. So now let's run again. So the weather today is sunny. Yes, such an unknown user makes something like this, but you can get the result. You can get out freely. The day seems very sunny. Okay, that's all about conditionals. Did you understand before we close this? Shall we move on? Something else? You got everything? Yeah, this is, and the conditional is very, very important. Really important. So all the time you do this as a developer or a programmer, and understanding it very well is good. So if we digest these topics, let's go to our notes. And are we running out of time? No, we have still time. Now let's talk about list, and we have covered already about list, but lists.py. Okay, what do you understand whenever you hear the word list? What is list? It is a collection of different or the same data types. This is my simple definition. If you agree with it, you can take it. List is a collection of different or the same data types. Okay, I will start numbers list or whole number list. I can go just numbers, and I go for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just I have this. How many? You have 11. Yeah, have you seen this, guys? Yes. Then we have this function, built-in function. So print len the numbers. What do you expect from this?
11.
Yes, 11, because from 1 to 10, it's 10, and then you have additional 0, it's 11. Okay, great. How do we get the first 0? If I want to get this 0, print, because I told you that these guys do have index, and the index of this is actually 0, 1, 2, 3. So what's the index of this? 10. Length minus 1. Yeah, this is what we agreed. So print numbers. If I want to extract this out, what do I use? The index?
0.
Is 0, because the reason why I use 0, because the value here is 0?
No, because of the index. They start at 0.
Yes, because the index is 0, because some people might get confused with that. Okay, so let's see the value here. Yeah. I think I can remove 0 because it's really confused people. So I can even go up to just 10, and this is the value we have. So we have now, as you can see, from 1 to 9, we have just 9 values. And if I want to extract this one, the index here is 0. So I'm using, and I got it 1. Okay, great. Print numbers. How about if I'm interested, this one, what do I use? What index do I use?
1.
1. Great, you got it. So how about if I'm interested of 5?
4.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4. And how about if I'm interested in the last index, this one? 9 minus 1. So last index should be calculated numbers, len dot numbers. This gives us 9, and we subtract 1. So print numbers, and then I just pass as argument this value. I can just use also 8, print numbers, and then 8. But you know, if the length of the array increase, this will not be the same. So it's good to use this one. Or another way of doing the same thing, actually print. You can also come from the other side, -1, -1, -2, -3. Yeah. So -1 gives you 9. And if you put -2, it should give you 8. So if you count from this side, you start from -1. If you start from this side, you start from 0. Now you know how to extract values. Yeah, extract, or I call it extracting values from lists using the index. The reason why I'm writing here is just to make it more informative, and also when you read it on GitHub, when I push it, it will have some, yeah, and you should also write some line of codes to explain. Now let's modify. Yes, I don't like the number. I don't like to start from 1. How about if I change 1 to 10? If I am interested to change 1 to 10, how do I modify? Numbers 2, 0, and the value, instead of 1, I change this value by writing here. If I do this, it will be modified. Print numbers. Let's see how you check actually if it's modified or not, by printing the list again. As you can see, it's modified. That's great. Okay. Now I want you to modify again, maybe 6. This one, how help me to modify 6 to 65 or 600 or maybe 0, whatever. Help me. Numbers. First, we have to count where it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you can come from -1, -2, -3, -4. But I am kind of, usually I go from this most of the time. So, but I forgot what was 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5, yeah. So 5, and I want to change it to 600. Why not? Just print numbers, and let's see what we have now. As you can see, 600. Yeah. So this is how you modify. So now let's add numbers from the other side. Adding number from the other side. What does that mean? From this side, I want to add something like, and let me add 10 numbers. This is how you add numbers dot append, and then you put 10. Then let's see, print numbers. Are you following me, guys? By the way, this is a repetition or a revision of the previous lesson. So as you can see, it's now we added additional 10, but it seems somehow confusing with the beginning 10. So instead, I want to change it to something like 1,000 or 100, something, anything. It doesn't make sense, the number, but just I want to add it. So the last number we added is actually 1,000. Okay, how about if we went to add many items at once? Okay, we use extend actually. Numbers dot extend, and we can add something like this. For instance, I can add, after 1,000, I can add anything you want in mind. I can say 200, 150, and then 300, something like this. Yeah, so to see the result, you have to print again. Numbers. As you can see, it's added at the end. So if you want to add multiple value, you have to use another list, and you have to use the extend method. Until you get familiar with the different methods, you should be just do the way I'm doing it. And also, do you remember this? The dir allows you numbers. Numbers is an array. Now, when you pass it gives you the available methods. Reverse. Can you reverse numbers? That is, let's try. For instance, we didn't use the reverse. For instance, print numbers dot reverse, just like this. And if you run, actually, oh yeah, so sorry guys, you just write first reverse, and yeah, this just reverse. After you reverse, you print the value, the reversed value. Okay, have you seen reverse it? Do you see any kind of reverse now? Yes. How to remove a data from a list. Yeah, we will come to that. We'll come to that, okay? Yes, we'll come to that. But just, do you see how I use this? So I use the dir method now to see the available methods for list. And now I just reverse, and then I apply it. Okay, can we sort it? Because we are reversing also. Can we sort it? Yeah, numbers dot sort, something like this, and print numbers. Do you think it's sorted here, as you can see? Do you see any kind of sort?
Yes.
Yes, actually the sort takes a kind of parameter. Actually, ascend reverse it. Let me try with this. Oh yeah, it should be true. Reverse. I forgot by heart. So what do I do if I forgot completely? I go to Google and search. Have you seen now? Reverse. I reverse the original. Yeah, maybe let me show you. Without a parameter, you get ascending order. Now I'm getting descending order. Have you? Yeah, I didn't print after that. Print. Oh no, not there. Print numbers. Yeah, so this was ascending and this is descending. So the sort can take parameters, reverse true or reverse false. But by default, the reverse is false, so it just ascending, sorted ascendingly, ascending order. Okay, but I don't want you just spend all the time dealing with the array method. So we will come step by step when we work with challenge later. But let me just get back to the question I was asked, and I'm coming to that. So we managed to add a value from the end. How do we remove? Because now this data is like, it has lots of things. Let's just work on a simple data. Countries, everybody love countries, right? Don't you? And do you know our favorite countries here? Finland first, of course, yes. And then it comes Sweden, and then again maybe Estonia, and then let's add the rest later. Yeah, how do you add Norway? Countries dot append Norway. Yeah, Norway. So if you want to know if Norway is there or not, print countries, and then you do this. As you can see, now Norway is included. Print, no, sorry. And you can add, but instead of Norway, just if you want to add multiple of Norway and Denmark and Iceland at once, instead of append, you can use extend. Yeah, I'm just repeating this in a different data type. As you can see now, our favorite list of countries are all here. Great. But this is not what we want to do now. Just I comment out or delete this. And let's remove Estonia from this list. First, let's check what do we have in the list. How many countries do we have in the list? Please tell me. 3. Just, and now we want to kick out Estonia from the other side. So how do we do? I think again, if you are clueless and if you don't know, use the dir and then countries, and then you will see lots of methods. I'll go for pop. Pop remove something from this side, from the right side. So countries dot pop, and you don't have to pass any argument like that. Now you may not see Estonia there. Let's see. Do you see Estonia? No, Estonia is removed. Yeah, maybe I think the remove might also, I have never used the remove method, but the remove might also, or I forgot to use it. Maybe we can use countries dot remove and then the name Estonia. So let's see, print. Yes, I will. Yeah, now I remember. So there it's a bit different the way it works. Have you seen Estonia is removed? Yeah, but this one is actually, it can also remove maybe Sweden. It can remove anything, okay? It's, yeah, Sweden is removed. But pop removes only the last. It works for the last country from the last, yeah? Remove, you can remove any of the items in the list. That's the difference between pop and remove. Let me check. Guys, did you understand the difference between pop and remove? I'm waiting for one. One means yes, go. Yeah.
What if you, instead of putting a string, you put an index? Would that work? Like remove one? Would
Okay.
that be just to see?
Okay, I will try it. We can try it, but before that, let me tell you, if you pass index here, it might be considered as a value in the list. For instance, if you had 1, imagine, so index, it doesn't work the way you think. So you are asking me that to check it. Let's comment out this. Print countries, remove by index. Are you telling me by index? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but how about if you have? It's not taking index; it's taking value. Okay. How about this? How can you deal with this?
No, it's true. But try not to put the 0 in the. Yeah. Anyway, didn't remove Finland.
Let's
so
see what we
okay.
get. Let's see anyway what we get.
Yeah.
That's 0 is removed. But if we don't have the 0, list not.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah, clear. Yeah.
So
That's
even
clear.
now, as you can see, this method is not a safe method. So how do we now, for instance, how about if I write something like this? Even I want to give you this task, how I can use safely or gracefully this method. As you can see, it's not a method you can use gracefully. If the list is not found, your application is going to crash if the item is not found in the list. So what you should do is actually, you can use in, if something is found, if Norway is in, or no, not in countries, then print countries dot remove Norway. Yeah, let me show you this. And then let's check print countries. Might not I think this is not Norway. Okay. As you can see that if the item is not in the list and if you are trying to remove it crashes, so it's good to check like this. If Norway in the list, remove it, or if Estonia is in the list. Now let me try to run this. Let me try. Oh, I don't see any output because it's what? Remove takes exactly one argument. I thought I pass an argument. Where exactly? Line 39. Oh yeah, so let's comment out this. Yeah, and have you seen? We didn't pass anything there. Okay. As you can see, Finland, Sweden, Estonia. My application didn't crash, yeah? It was not crashed. But if I run this without this, let me show you. If we run this here, and let's comment out this condition, look what it says. Look at it, yeah? List, line 44, because Norway is not in the list. So it's good before you run such kind of method, you should check. If it's not, you may say the list is not, the item is not found in the list. Did you get what I meant? So you should use a kind of if condition. So it's one of the use cases of if. Pop. So now you got the difference between pop and what's pop and remove. What method can we use?
I was just checking quickly. You can also use the del method. Yeah, not the del function to remove an item by index. On the
Del. Okay.
Yeah.
Del and countries.
I think it's I don't know.
How is it? I can check it from the list here. I think this is the best way.
And I guess you can use pop and an index to remove the one with the index.
Yes, I think that is one of the methods to use. Yeah, that means actually workers like remove somehow.
Yeah, that's better actually.
Yeah, that works as a remove. So what she said is actually now, I think we don't need this. But actually, there's exhaustive list of string slicing and list methods, checking items in the list. For instance, you have here, right, banana. Does banana exist here? Banana in fruits. If it does exist, it is true because it's lime. Do we have lime in this list? No. Adding items, and we use append. Inserting items, I will come to this inserting one actually. So you can insert items anywhere. For instance, between Finland and Sweden, if you want to insert countries.insert, and then I think what you need is the item and the index. Use insert method to insert a single item at a specific index in a list. So index and then the item. Okay, so the index, where is the index here? What will be the index? Actually, it will be 1. So you want it to be 1. So 1, and I want next to Sweden, Estonia. Do I have Estonia already? No, there may be Norway then. Norway. So if you see here, print countries. Yeah, Norway is inserted there. And at the same time, let's also check you guys this using pop with index. Countries.pop with index is another way. So let's remove Sweden 0, 1. Print. As you can see, Sweden is removed. So which do you prefer, pop or remove? I think somehow pop with index is much elegant because you don't have to write if condition. Yeah, thank you. Then, yes. Removing a list, we have seen that already. Just if you want to remove item 1 or item 2, you just write item 1. And then removing items using pop, and we have seen that already. Removing items using del. Yes, as you can see, the delete and the index. Only a single item will be deleted. To delete the list completely, yeah. If you want to completely delete the list, this is how you do. Delete and the list. Clearing the list. Clearing the list means just making it empty. Okay. For instance, we see that we can also at the same time see how delete works. Delete countries, and let's delete Finland. Print countries, and let's see. Now we have only Estonia because where is it coming? We remove Sweden using pop, and we delete Sweden. We remove Sweden using pop, and we remove Finland using delete, and now we are left with Estonia. Does it make sense? Yeah, have you followed it, guys? Yeah. Copying. You can copy a list. Oh, this is very important, and we have to do it. Yes. Maybe today we may not check loops, but it depends. Copying is very important. Okay. Now let's do countries 2 and define countries. Do you think you get everything what you have here by doing this? Let's see what we have. I can print here. Print countries 2. Sometimes let's see the copy. Let's see copy, because unless otherwise I have a label or a tag. Yeah, as you can see, it's copied. Actually, you see everything what you have in the countries. But the problem is, if you modify this, and this will be also modified. We call it in programming mutation. It is like the virus, the virus, but it's a bit different. But I think the word is like more of a biological word, mutate. So we're mutilating it somehow. We are just modifying, I think, to make this jargon word somehow friendly to people. We can say modifying. Once, if you copy something like this, whenever you work on this one, you are also working on the copied one. So this kind of copy is not good. So instead, actually, this is very good. For instance, this copy. Yeah. So let me show you. So what's the value of here? Print countries to, if you see, it's also modified. Have you seen? Now it's, we don't want this country to be modified. If you want that, so add this copy. Now the value will be different here. We will get the original value. Have you seen? So the original value has been preserved. Yep. Did you get that, guys? It's very important concept. Because you want to have the original data. So you should copy it this way. Then this will be a kind of a copy which is not manipulated whenever you deal with this. But if you just copy this way, anything you make, any change you make this, affect this. Yes, great. I think now we're almost. Then I think we did this one, and clear makes it empty, so no need to check it. So another is just by adding two. If you have two items for to list, you can concatenate using plus. You join them like this. For instance, a very good example I made here is fruits. You have a list of fruits and vegetables, and tell me the mix of fruits and vegetable, what do you get? That's so easy. Fruits and vegetables. Look at here. And the mix is, as you can see, you have fruits and the vegetables together. Read this. It's really well taught examples and so easy to follow. Joining is extend, and we have seen that already. And counting the items, we can use count. This is very awesome, actually. What does that count the items? Yeah. Let me show you what counting is actually. Numbers, nums, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and then again 3, 1. Print nums dot count 4. How many 4s do you see in this list? Are you tired? Tell me. 3. Yeah, so you can count them like this and 3. But this is easy to count manually. But imagine if you have a big data, I mean, like very large data, so it's not easy. So, but this is very handy way to count. Yeah, and also to know if this also can helps you to know if something is repeated or not. You can use it. If the value is, for instance, if this value is equal to 2, that means there is a repetition. You can use some loop and you can check if something is repeated or not. So all the little methods sometimes help you try to solve some problem. Okay, then I think joining and then counting, you got it. And for instance, I have ages of my student, and as you can see, 24, and 24, 3 people with this age. finding index of an item. Okay, so this is how you put the item and the index. Okay, so now what is print nums? What's the index of 1? Tell me, guys. What is the index of 1 before we check it?
0.
0. But you have 2 ones. So 1, what's the last index? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. But so this index actually gives you the first, the index of the first item. It doesn't go to the last one, okay? And if you go for 4, what's the index of 4 using this method?
2.
2. Great, you got it. You got it, guys. So let's write, as you can see, 0, and just to check the index of 4, I'm expecting 2, 0, 1, 2. Yeah, that's 2. And if we go for this one, I have to count that also. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5. Yes, so you know. But the last index, I think we have this last index in Python. Let me check. We have in last. I'm not sure, but okay, I think right index. Okay, I have to check it from Google. Last index of list in Python. Yeah, sometimes I mix JavaScript with. Okay. Oh, yeah, I was almost right, I think. Or did someone just made they made just their own. Yeah, there's no any built-in method, as I can see that. There's no built, but in JavaScript we have. So one programming language sometimes is better than the other. For instance, we don't have in JavaScript this beautiful, the one I showed you, the counting. This really powerful, but we don't have in JavaScript. We have in Python. Okay, great. Let's see what we can cover. Sorting list items, we have seen that. And this one is done. Okay, so what are you waiting for? You go to all this exercise and all these materials, everything I taught is on this material, and you get even in a more explained and in a more detailed way. The examples are straightforward and easy to follow, and in every topic there is a very good exercise. Yes, so that's what you are expected to do, and go and devour it, guys. That's what I could say. Yeah, how about that? I think it would be too much for you if we cover this what was the loops, or do you want 15 minutes to you go, or are you just done for today? Let's see the energy level you have. Done for today. Okay, great. Guys, I think you have done quite a lot of things today, or cover lots of topics. What you are supposed to do is going this one. So you have an assignment, and please do this. And for next week, I want you to read this. I mean, to make the lesson more easy for you, what you learn about loops and functions, specifically loops and functions. And even it would be nice also if you read list comprehension, because I may cover many days at once, because this is a 30 days challenge. So I may cover lots of things, so you should read more than 3, 2, or 4 days challenge by yourself. Yeah, thank you so much. So how was your understanding and how much did you get what we covered or learned today? And let's rate that on here from 1 to 10 again, and we will call it a day. Okay. Okay, guys. So I think you guys are doing really great. Have a nice time and see you next week. Join, please be active on the Telegram group and interact. If you get stuck or if you want to know about something, just chat, send on the Telegram and I will answer. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.